Welcome everyone to another episode of the Warmup. I'm
Get the
here
best you could, Kurt.
with the goofiest guys ever, man. It's me. I'm Chris Babb. We got Respect Reg and Deuce in the building with the nice drapes in the background. Say what's up to the people who are checked in for this episode, guys. Say what's up.
What's up,
Oh man,
everybody? I hope y'all
Chris.
appreciate that intro right there. Clean drapes, bro. Clean drapes.
Hey, Chris out here, man hating man. I don't think a man could put layered drapes together, nothing like that, man.
Are you
According to
saying?
Chris, only a woman has the mental aptitude to put together layered drapes. That's okay.
Oh.
So are you saying that you put the drapes up like that? Is that your drapes?
I'm just talking about your statement.
I'm talking about what you said that I said, which I didn't say.
Oh, I have access to drapes like this.
You have access to drapes like this.
Using one of your words.
Are these your drapes? Yes or no?
I have access to drapes like this, using your words. I have
He's
access.
from the
Are those
FBI.
your jerseys? Well, those your jerseys. What's up with those jerseys?
Yo, this dude here has access to drapes. I ain't never heard of in my life. I don't know.
I never heard somebody had access to jerseys, bro.
What's going on?
Anyway,
Red used to walk in that magical closet.
For real. Smoking New Jersey and pop on.
hey man, look, if this is your first time working with us, this is the place we're talking about sports and current events and drapes through the lens of black culture. We're here every Wednesday, talk about all those things, anything that you want us to talk about. We're on YouTube. If you're on YouTube, that's great. Give us a follow if you like it. Tell a friend and tell a friend, and hit the like, comment, subscribe. Again, notification bell. If you're on the audio side of things, we also have the video on Spotify, but we have the audio for the other podcast platforms as well. So again, if you're on those things, be sure to hit the 5 stars and follow and all that stuff, man. Again, tell a friend, tell a friend. We also on social media, Instagram, Twitter, Grindhouse NTWK. We on Reddit, Grindhouse NTWK, and then finally, if you want to check us out on the Discord, feel free to join us in the small community that we're growing. It is on Discord and it's publicly searched as Grindhouse Network. So, anything else you guys want to add? You want to put people on where you got the drapes from?
They come from a store, Chris. I don't know if you know that. That's where they sell drapes at. It's not like I just go in the street corner and get drapes, bro.
Oh, okay.
I'm serious.
Okay. I'm just trying to figure it out.
It's not the same place you get your jerseys.
It's not. It is definitely not. It's definitely not.
Now we got some truth coming. Okay.
Is it wherever you get your drapes from, allegedly, and wherever I get my access to jerseys, it's not the
You
same.
get your access to jerseys.
Yeah. So don't worry about that. Don't worry about that. So anyways, moving on, man. Someone who did get a new jersey, he has access to jersey as well. Pat Bev,
Wait.
he's moved on to become an LA Laker after getting traded from the Utah Jazz to the LA Lakers for THT and Stanley Johnson. Now, this would be a non-news if, just be like, oh, okay, Lakers rebuilding. But see, this is the interesting twist because of the fact that Russell Westbrook is also a member of the LA Lakers. And if you recall, there's been some situations that has transpired in 2013 playoffs where Russell Westbrook was injured by one of the many dirty plays that Pat Bev has, imposed upon his defenders, stressing out or tearing or compromising his meniscus, knocking him out of the playoffs that season. So I don't know if Russ has actually ever forgiven him, but now they're on the same team. So interesting turn of events, man. So I'm just gonna start off with this, man. I'm gonna ask you, Reg, respect. Is Pat Bev what the Lakers need for right now for this season?
They needed a point guard. I love the energy he brought to the Timberwolves last season. This locker room is going to be the most interesting locker room that I feel like we've ever had in the NBA. I don't think I've ever heard of a situation like that where this is like Larry Bird going to the Lakers or vice versa, Magic Johnson going over there. Like, they really just don't like each other. I think this could be a good opportunity for Russ to get that confidence back, because he's gonna be charged up to prove that he deserves that spot. Because it's one thing to lose that spot to somebody else, but to lose that to that guy, I think that's gonna put the ultimate battery in his back. I would love to see them, rise above it and become, good teammates and try and win a chip together. Because tearing each other down ain't really gonna help them. But I want to see where this goes. I don't know how they plan on keeping both these guys on the team and fight for a roster spot, but I want to see how this goes. Entertaining.
Okay, all right. Drake Man, do you feel?
I mean, I don't know who Drake Man is, man. Yo, Chris, you want me to send you a link to get you some good Drapes?
I mean, I do.
You, I give you some taste, bro. I got you, man. I help you out, bro.
I am looking for some.
Yo, Reg, it's got a question, man. Who the heck are the Lakers starting five? You keep talking about Russ losing his starting spot. When you were saying, I'm thinking, one, who do they have left on the team? And two, if you're talking about competing for the point guard, who's your shooting guard? THT's gone. Is Malik Monk? I think they still might have Malik Monk.
Yep. I think so.
You definitely don't want Russ as your shooting guard because he ain't been shooting right here. So
no, he ain't been shooting right at all.
Are they gonna run Pat as the shooting guard? He's a pretty strong defender. He could lock up somebody.
He can lock up a lot of people.
And he can get you a bucket.
Yeah, he can get a bucket. And I like what you said, that locker room is going to be interesting. Here's the thing about Pat Bev, though. It's something that I know. He says a lot of crazy stuff, man. But something that's fact, every year, every team Pat Bev's been on, they've gone to the playoffs, bro. They've gone to the playoffs. What did the Lakers not do last year? Go to the playoffs. The Timberwolves returned to the playoffs thanks to Pat Bev. I mean, dude, when they won the play-in tournament, that was better than some NBA Final Championships celebrations I've seen, man. So, yeah, and I think one thing that the Lakers were missing last year was energy. Pat's gonna give you that on the court, off the court. He's like an upgrade from Rondo, man, because he's gonna take control, and I think that's what LeBron needs too, man. Take some of that weight off his shoulders. When you talk about other things he's gonna bring, LeBron needs people that can shoot the ball. Pat's not the best three-point shooter, but 35% from three is a whole lot better than 28, 29% that Russ was giving you from three. Now, I'll take that. I'll take that any day. Pat Bev has a higher field goal percentage. Granted, he doesn't shoot as much as Russ, but if LeBron, he's going to be back. LeBron's going to be LeBron, the GOAT. And if Mr. Glass is back, right, then why would you take shots from those two brothers, man? Let them cook, man. Let the GOAT and let Mr. Glass cook. As long as Glass can stay on the floor, let him cook, man. So I like that. And as far as the drama team,
Westbrook's a volume shooter. So what does that leave in?
Well, it's funny you say that because Darvin Ham said he has he's carving out a special role for Westbrook. We won't give details on that. Special role is, I think he dropped the role player and put special on there to make it more
elevated. It elevated his position.
I don't know. When I heard that language, that seems like we gonna pretty much like sideline you, but we gonna try to make you feel better about it. That's what I just heard.
Wow.
That's what it sounds like too, man. It's like when they made multivitamins chewable. Like you're gonna take this medicine. You're gonna take this role player role one way or the other, bro. That's a good question, man. Russ would be good to slash into the basket playing off ball, something he's never done in his entire career. He's been resistant to. And as far as Chris, in your intro, you talked about, did Russ forget him about what he did? Nah, man. He's going down that timeline. In April 2013 was when Pat Bev did that Superman. He's Superman on Russ. Messed up his knee, right? Then you got a year later, 2014. That was the incident where Russ was trying to call timeout, had the ball in his hand. Pat came out of nowhere, smacked the ball out of his hands, right? When the dude was trying to call a timeout. Then you got the 2018 joint in October, where Westbrook poured the Rockabye Baby on Pat. Then Pat scored in him and did the back to him, so it was like the Rockabye Baby game. They were both just Rockabye Baby each other, right? And then you got 2019, where Russ went out to the media and said that Pat Bev tricking everybody. He just out here running around, acting like he's playing defense. And in return, Pat Bev said that because that was in 2019. That was pre-COVID.
Uh-huh.
Pat Bev came out with a tweet saying, when this is Russ playing in LA, I remember when somebody said all I do is run around and I trick y'all. Well, my boy is a real magician this year. Talking about Russ. That was just February this year, bro. February this year. No. And the way that Russ seems to be built, he don't forget, man. He don't forget. Look what he did to his boy KD every year they played each other since he left. He started the cupcake and the snake thing. Russ don't forget, bro. Russ is a loyal dude, man, and it's going to be interesting in the locker room. This is going to be, if they keep Russ, this would be at least the most entertaining Lakers season since Phil, Shaq, and Kobe, entertainment-wise.
I want to see the practice, bro. I just want to watch the practice film.
Hey, Pat Bev gonna be he gonna be calling them Rika Sharman toilet paper, man.
I just need them.
He gonna spit those Kobe lines.
Just let them guard each other in practice. I think that's all we need. So, so will this Russ and Pat situation, like, will they be able to just bear the hatchet? You mentioned, like, hey, yo, Russ, don't forget. So, I mean, is that something that Russ is going to be able to put aside just for the sake of winning? You know, like being productive.
Win,
huh?
I feel like they both want to win. I think they both have something to prove in terms of that winning category. Pat Bev, like, whatever you want to say you don't like about Pat Bev, one thing I did like about his Timberwolves run, and you know, people are clowning him for celebrating, like, oh, he acting like he just won the championship. It, like, every game means something to him. Like, you can see it. Like, every big play, every playoff game, every play-in tournament, first round, second round, doesn't matter. Like, it means something. So that's certainly energy that the Lakers can use. I don't know if that translates to it well, but I feel like between his kind of mindset when it comes to playing defense and trying to take over a game, even though he's not one of the talented players in the NBA, matching with, you know, Westbrook's just like, I'm trying to just murder anybody on the court mentality. I think it can go together. It can. And I think both of those guys really do want to win at the end of the day. Okay. So we'll see.
Okay. You feel the same way, Kurt? I mean, Drake.
Man, this dude, Mr. Access,
Drippy Drake,
Mr. Access, Mr. 5-finger discount.
Oh, wow.
Reg, I agree with you. Yeah, they both want to win. But the thing that this can work together is like assuming that a Obama-Trump presidential ticket can work together. I don't see it, man. It's too much. They're really cut from the same cloth, man. They're really cut from the same cloth, and it'd be like dating yourself. I don't see it working, man. I think this is the writing on the wall for us. I think the Lakers are going to trade him.
Yeah, I think actually I'm more on the red side. I think that it'll work. Yeah, they're going to have to bear that. First of all, there's been reports allegedly that they're going to be playing side by side. I mean, aside from Donovan Mitchell and the Gobert cat, I don't know many people who just out here just like icing each other out and setting each other up to fail when, you know, you guys have an obligation to win. So, and then you also have big brother LeBron out here, like, he's just probably going to be like, yo, y'all got to squash that. Like, y'all figure that out. Because he's trying to win too. You know what I mean? So,
okay, we put a lot on LeBron. LeBron is amazing. But he couldn't get Russ to change his game last season.
No, it's not about changing his game. It's about changing his relationship.
It's not.
And his focus on what's important. And remember, they already had that whole little kumbaya this offseason when it was noted that they were at the LA Summer League game, and they were sitting on opposite sides of the court and not talking to each other. Then they had the whole kumbaya superstars only call with him, AD, and Russ, saying like, hey, we're gonna, we're gonna rededicate. Basically, it was a recommittal ceremony between the three. So
I mean, I feel you, but so do you think that if Russ came back this season playing the same way, the Lakers are going to be okay?
I think it could work. You know who Russ is.
The same way.
I think
I don't think he don't play the same way again.
Well, okay.
Whether he will or won't, but if he did, let's just assume he did. Because Chris, you said the main issue is a relationship between him and Pat.
Yeah.
I think there's two issues with Russ: is that relationship and his style of play on this team.
But his style of play has always been that. So,
right, but on this team is an issue.
He's saying the fit of that style of play on.
Yeah,
that's what he's saying.
Okay,
not his style of play, but his style of play on this team.
Yeah, and guess what? They got rid of the head coach. I think it was a scapegoat move. They got
it always is.
Yeah, and they bought someone else in. Fine, whatever. If you like, I think someone mentioned it. I think you mentioned it, Reg. If they move him to off ball to shooting guard, where he's just slashing a la D Wade, where he's just attacking off the wing, I think he.
I can't even get my own point. Reg, he gave you my point.
No. Red said it.
I was gonna take it.
Red said it.
I was gonna take it.
Yeah, Red said it.
You were gonna take it.
Red said it. Don't worry about it. Red said it. And
bro, the hate on this show is just immense, man. I need Cavs back.
No one's hating on you, man. You still ain't tell me where you got the drapes from. So until you tell me
that, a story.
See what I'm saying? So, but you can give me access to those. See what I'm saying? No, I'm good. So, anyways, my point is that
I think of Chris.
See what I'm saying? So I had to steal it, but you got access to it. Okay, that's also racial profiling. That's besides the point. So, but yeah. Like,
I don't think two black folks can racial profile.
I'm sure you can. Uncle Ruckus has done it, so I'm sure you can do it. Thank you.
Yeah, true. All right.
Do it all the time. I don't know if I'm going over there.
Yeah.
I'm not going to Uncle Ruckus party.
All those black people. But yeah, man. No, I think if you get him off the ball, it's possible for him to be productive. So,
but he's never. I hear what you're saying, bro. But okay, OKC changed coaches. Neither coach get him off the ball. He went to Houston, couldn't get him off the ball. He went to Washington, couldn't get him off the ball. LA couldn't get him off the ball. So you said, like, we all know. One thing that sports fans are united on is the fact that, yes, Russell will be amazing off the ball. He's athletic. He's quick. He can finish at the rim when his mind is right. Great slasher. But he won't do it. No one's got him to do it.
I would like to offer to change the narrative. OKC, he had a coach, Scotty Brooks, who was a horrible coach. And then I think that 1 year he had
Billy Donovan.
And
you gonna say he's a horrible coach? Or no, in Chicago.
No, I'm not saying he's a horrible coach. Who was going to bring the ball up? Thabo Sefolosha? Okay.
Yeah. I feel like outside of the Rockets, they needed him to have the ball.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the Rockets, D'Antoni's gonna tell someone to play off ball? No. He's gonna tell everyone to shoot. Everyone had the green light.
OKC, so I think Donovan coached him and KD was still there.
Yes.
There were times in the offense, there was a my turn, your turn thing. When KD had the ball, that would have been prime time for us to slash and do something. But he didn't.
You know what? I would actually even say this. I would even say that in the OKC days where the fourth quarter, Scott Brooks actually had James Harden playing point guard. Russ was still on the game. He was still productive. He just wasn't handling the ball, and he was still productive. So he didn't have those turnovers. They were actually better off at closing off games with James Harden there. Once James Harden left, they didn't have. Who else was going to do it? So I mean, I don't know. The narrative is always been.
If you could bring the ball up, give it to KD once you pass half court. And then you can slash, you can move, man. But he doesn't even do that.
I don't like KD bringing the ball up, and I don't like him getting the first touch on.
Thank you.
No, not bringing it. No, not.
No,
Russ bringing the ball up, passing to
KD. But I'm saying, I don't like either one. I don't like KD bringing the ball up, and I don't like him getting the first touch on half court. Once you get half court in the set offense, I feel like what we were talking about with the Warriors, what was so beautiful is like, the ball is that motion offense.
Yeah.
If you can't after your motion offense get a bucket, give it to KD. That's your last stop. He'll get you a bucket. 7 foot,
KD kind of,
great shooter. He'll get you the bucket. He can make the tough basket when your offense can't get you the easy basket. That's how I see KD.
Yeah, I agree. Has KD ever been a great passer or distributor?
No.
No, we saw that in the slay in Brooklyn. That was the problem.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's
turnovers all over the turnovers.
So if the ball goes to him first, it's not going nowhere else. Or if it does,
Okay,
it's a mediocre
true.
pass.
But to your point, you did have a good point. However, now I'm thinking about it, Reggie Jackson was on a couple of those Thunder teams with KD and Russ, and Jackson is a serviceable. Look what he's doing in the Clippers. It wasn't, they didn't have this Reggie Jackson. I know that.
Yeah.
But he was serviceable. He could handle the rock.
But he's not a playmaker though. He's a scorer.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like he's stepping up to be a playmaker now. Like he's even been a playmaker on this Clippers team.
Yeah.
Like he said, like there's been a noticeable step up at that time.
Yeah.
That guy.
Yeah. So yeah, man. All right. Last question about on this. Who y'all think has the worst situationship? The Rudy Gobert, Anthony Edwards situation, or this Russ and Pat situation?
Oh, whoa! What happened? I should be up on this, but what happened with Gobert and Anthony already?
So no, man. They got traded. You know, he got traded, but before that happened, Ant had already posted on Twitter that Rudy Gobert wasn't the guy to fear. Going to the rim.
You know the answer to this is easy. That's not forever beef. That's just his personal opinion.
Yeah.
He said I don't understand why everybody else, because out of all the defenders in the NBA, when I go to the basket, I feel fearful of him blocking my shot. That's a one-on-one matchup, and if you look at the stats, maybe it is favorable to him. Maybe that's not rooted in malice. Maybe that's just how his opinion is. Like, I finish at the basket around him. This is forever beef between Russ and
yeah, we 2013, bro. We're in 2022. It's about a decade.
You can't even compare.
No,
I can't even think of a deeper forever beef. Y'all think of another one in the NBA today greater than that?
Today,
wow.
No. I mean, only one I can think of is Isaiah and Jordan.
And they still going back and forth shooting shots.
And they never had to play. Jordan made sure they never played on the same team. Not even the Dream Team.
Or Kevin Garnett and Carmelo, maybe.
That was just.
That was like.
It
was a moment. Yeah, it was a moment.
Or CP3 and whoever they were trying to go into the locker room with against. There was the Clippers and I forget the other one, man. Where he was like, "Oh, there's a back way. We're gonna go to the back way to the other locker."
Yeah.
I forget.
Damn, who was that?
But I mean,
it wasn't Houston and the Clippers.
It could have. Yeah, I think it was Houston and Clippers. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, man. I don't know. Matt Barnes and all the league.
Oh, Derek Fisher.
Matt Barnes and Derek Fisher, but they were
that's beef.
At the same time. That is beef.
That's beef.
Oh, okay. So, but
they weren't in the same team.
But this one takes the cake, is what y'all trying to say.
Oh yeah.
Okay. All right, man. Well, I ain't ever
seen. 100 miles.
Huh?
He drove 100 miles.
He did. I was gonna say I ain't never seen no one drive to your house because they.
Y'all think he was mad the whole drive, or did he just get mad like leading up to the house, like as he's approaching the driveway? He's like, "All right, now I'm mad."
I think it's the latter. I don't think you can be mad a whole 100 miles. Your energy will be on E by the time you get to the house.
I don't know.
It has to be a steady climb up, bro.
I don't know, man. That was a very unique situation. So I don't know. The fact that you were so mad that you were willing to drive 100 miles means you're committed already. So
not with these gas prices.
Well,
I mean, this was way back when glass was $3.
I know,
$3 a pop. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm saying. These gas prices, you just got like a mean text message.
Wow. So, okay, man. Well, we'll keep an eye on this, man. Obviously, because it's going to be one of the main headlines going into the Lakers season. And, I believe that this is be a non-factor. But, we'll see.
I do want to point out this because we talked about scapegoats before going to the next topic. It's funny, Lakers bring Frank Vogel in, defensive-minded coach. They have the best defense in the league. They win the chip. They trade his key pieces away, retool his staff. He's still a defensive-minded coach. Has some bumps. They fire him. Then they bring in, and then they trade away Caruso. They trade away the other defensive people, and now they're trying to bring back defensive people with Pat Bev.
Hey,
you could have just paid Caruso.
Magic tried to tell y'all. I wasn't trying to listen.
Yeah, too many cooks in the kitchen. Bunch of sous chefs trying to be head chefs. So that's where it is.
Yeah. All right.
So
Lakers. Interesting season, man.
Exactly. But shout out to Jeannie Buss, man. I was always a fan of hers. So anyway, moving on to the next topic here, man. We have compiled, because we were talking about this on Off Wax, who is the most disrespected NBA player today. Now, I don't know if this is off of a source, like off of an article, someone read something about someone being disrespected. I don't know. But we compiled a list because some people think, someone asked a question, I ain't gonna say who, anonymously said that, asked who was the most disrespected NBA player today. So we're gonna talk about it here on the pod. We have a list, a small list. LeBron, obviously, because he's a GOAT. KD, I don't know why. Westbrook, James Harden, Ben Simmons, Steph Curry, Big Zion, Paul George, Rudy Gobert, and Mr. Glass, as Mr. Drake has already said and mentioned today, aka Anthony Davis. So what we gonna do is give our top 3 most disrespected NBA players, why, and also just argue amongst ourselves about why the other person's list is stupid, because obviously 2 of these 3 lists are gonna be trash. So have at it, Mr. Drake.
Okay.
Drippy Drake.
Drippy Drake. So we'll give him my top 3, right?
Sure. Most disrespected NBA player and why?
Okay, hold on. I'm doing.
He ain't even ready. He's not ready. Are you ready?
I'm ready. Let's do it like this. Do it like this. We each give our first, or we each give the least and build up, or we each go from most disrespected to least.
This is most disrespected, not top 10 disrespected. What you mean?
So we can go from. I can give my 3, my third. Then y'all can get y'all third, and then we can go up like that. Is what I'm saying.
Just give us a 3. I don't know how we doing this.
Okay, I'll give you the 3. I was saying that because I'm trying to buy more time, but I got my 3. All right. So number 1, we all know it's LeBron. This man builds a school. This man takes care of his community. This man, at one point in time, I think it was like an 9-year span, he went to the finals 8 or 9 years straight. Unprecedented. No one has ever done that. Well, I'm not saying no one, but not since like there was only like 4 teams in the NBA, right? Winning championships. He's closing in on, if he doesn't already have it, he's closing in on the assist title, closing in on the scoring title, right? One of the best all-around players the game has ever seen. And yet he still has people like Skip Bayless making a career off of trashing him, calling him a little trash or a little anything but positive, right? Still gets crapped on, man. By the Skip Baylesses, by the fans, YouTube personalities. No, I think Gilbert Arenas even said, nobody's scared of LeBron. Bruh, you telling me if LeBron's coming down the lane 100 miles an hour, people not going to get out the way? I've seen that happen, man. And LeBron Miami days on defense, oh my God. Right? And let's ask Iggy how he thinks about that block. He still thinks about that. So yeah, LeBron's at the top of the list, man. Next is Rudy. Rudy catches a lot of crap, a lot of trash. This dude is like 20 feet tall, but he's only averaging like 15 points a game, and most of those are like barely lobs and all assists. no offense whatsoever. Good defense, no offense. This is also the dude that is like patient zero for the COVID outbreak in the NBA with touching all the mics and stuff.
Said patient
You know?
zero.
He went all Biz Marquee on the mics.
Beatboxing on the mic.
And you know, sources say he went to the Jazz and said, "Hey, bro, it's either you pick the meat, the baguette, or you pick the spider." And apparently, the Jazz don't like bread, so they sent him up to Minnesota, bro.
Wow.
And now he's hated on because of the haul that Danny Ainge got for Rudy. That also held up trades because people like, you got all that for Rudy. I can't even trade my player, right? Or I can't even trade. So if you get that for Rudy, what are we supposed to get for KD? The whole stadium, you know? So, yeah. After that, I'm gonna say, for me, it was a run up with Steph Curry, but he silenced his doubters, man. But the next one is between Harden and Simmons are at a tie for me, bro. Harden and Simmons are at a tie. Simmons tied with Harden recently because of all the drama, but the way Harden just great in the season, fails in the playoffs, bro. The hate he gets, it's a lot. Definitely disrespected. He gave a lot to those Houston. In Houston, that dude was the man. I ain't like his game. I hated his game, but you can't deny what he did for that city and for that franchise. I'm taking Ben off. I think Ben's hate is well placed. Harden, yeah. LeBron, Gobert, Harden, top three.
Harden, really? All right.
Yeah.
You want to say to that about that, Reg? Because
the list is the list. I heard his points.
Do you disagree with this? Because it sounds stupid. This is like a dumb list.
Ooh, whoa.
Wow.
That's what I tell you. You want to follow with your list now?
Yeah, what you got?
Let's hear
Why
it.
are you saying stupid?
Well, number one,
number
one, because I mean, obviously outside of LeBron, which is the obvious number one, just like he's the best player in the NBA. Rudy, defensive player of the year, all defensive
multiple
guy.
times.
Yeah, all defensive guy. What else does he do?
He's the team's The Jazz had no defense outside of Gobert.
So it's Gobert's fault for being limited. It's Utah's fault for him being limited to just defense.
And remember, when you say defense, you talking about only interior because he's getting cooked on the perimeter.
And yeah, it's interior, not exterior. We seen Steph Curry
years ago. He's better.
So he's better. So he's gotten better. Okay.
On the perimeter, his perimeter defense has gotten better. Is what you saying?
Has gotten better since Steph put him in the washing machine, man. Yeah.
Okay.
He's not turning his back on the player now because he got faked out.
Which one got shot the ball?
Was it you?
So
he's not doing that anymore.
Look, and you said Harden disrespected Harden. If anything, Harden has been the most disrespectful, second most disrespectful behind Ben Simmons to the organization. True. No one cares about what no one disrespects James Harden. You know why? Because everything that everyone said about James Harden has been true. Number one.
Damn.
He's out of shape.
Hold on, bro.
Was he not out of shape?
Maybe.
Does he play defense? Does he play defense?
No.
Hey, he didn't get a block or something that got the carry.
Oh, that one time in the playoffs. Okay. So in his 10-year career, in his 13-year career, the dude has got one block of significance, and you know has only been fat one time, bro. It doesn't matter, yo. Like at the end of the day, the stuff that people are saying has been true. See,
and on the James Harden.
I mean, James Harden. I mean, Rudy Gobert also. It's been true. Yo, what else do you do besides block shots? What else do you do?
Okay. Hold up.
Before they was having a grip, wasn't he finishing the pick and roll? Like you said, it was easy baskets, but he was getting them.
Yes, you're right. He's a glorified DeAndre Jordan.
There's people. All they do is score, and
You're
nothing
right.
else.
You're right.
Yeah.
Which is why I'll go back to James Harden. We say he don't play defense. Is that a fair assessment, or is that being disrespectful?
I mean, I was gonna say Steph Curry, man, but I don't know why I walked away from my boy.
I don't know why you walk away
I
from
hate
him.
putting him on there. That was a respect. Yeah,
That was your guy.
He does everything.
And Steph Curry, well, he doesn't play defense.
Nah, you walked away from it because you said
This year
you walked away from it because you said that with his win he kind of like
he silenced everybody.
He got his respect. That was your reason. I think
And this dude led the league in steals, so let's not say he don't play defense. He led the league in steals 1 year. So come on, bro.
We heard the deconstruction in your list. What's your list, Chris?
Yeah.
Obviously, LeBron #1, most disrespected guy.
Okay.
Ever since he was 18, all he did was be successful, and everyone hates him. Oh, he flops. Oh, his hairline's going away. You know how good you gotta be when people start talking about stuff that you can't control. Oh, look at him. He's only 6'9". Look at him, all tall and stuff.
Not true.
Being tall.
Practice like KD in this St. Bishop ball spot. No, we not doing that.
I'm just saying.
You don't gotta be good to get this land.
I was just saying. We ain't talking about Charlie Villanueva, his eyebrows. We don't talk about Udonis Haslem. We don't talk about all these other folks, man, who have these, physical situations that they can't control. Like,
We ain't talking about Rasheed Wallace patch.
We ain't talking about Rasheed Wallace. You know what I'm saying? Rasheed Wallace is a champion. How many folks said, "Oh, look at you," with whatever condition you got? Like, no. So that's
Hey man, I was feeling Rasheed Wallace domination patch, man. It was gangster.
So I'm saying, when you guys start talking about people's physical appearance, because he's so good at what he does, that's disrespectful. The fact that y'all hanging on to something that happened in 2012? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. He played OKC then. I think it was 13.
The year that he lost to the Mavs. I think that was 2012.
Yeah.
2013 was when he won.
12 was when OKC made it to the chip.
No, I thought that was OKC. I thought that was the Dallas Mavericks. Miami Heat won.
We know what you're talking about.
Yeah, they won. They lost the
about.
first year. They won the second year against OKC.
OKC, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
But that year when LeBron stopped shooting in the fourth quarter, people got on him about that. And guess what? He fixed it. He did it against the Spurs. Skip Bayless' Spurs. And in the fourth quarter, because that was the game plan, let him shoot mid-range. Yep. So, but y'all talking about everything else about LeBron James. Not that he's a great scorer, like he's a bad scorer, or he can't do this, can't do that. You start talking about everything else, literally. Oh, his acting is bad. Really? That's his third hustle. It ain't even his second hustle. So obviously LeBron James. Number two. Russell Westbrook. Russell Westbrook has been doing the same thing Russell Westbrook has been doing all his career. And this year, and it's not. We went from this guy is Mr. Triple Double Machine, doing the
one of the best 75,
doing the thing that now y'all saying Westbrook, this guy you can't win with him, blah blah blah. Like the fact that folks are bold enough to call him Westbrook doing his warm-ups and have it on TikTok or wherever, like Instagram, and recording him, and then when he walks to you, he be like, "Oh no, I said Westbrook. Y'all heard? I said Westbrook." Like, people are doing this because they know, like, that's disrespectful right there. Like, what are you talking about? Like, why are you trolling this dude? How many times has Westbrook had to point out a fan for saying something disrespectful to him? And those ones in the arena. So I'm going to give number 2 to Westbrook because
I don't know why you're giving him 2.
Because I'm telling you,
it makes no sense.
Because
the point you made for LeBron is that he faltered in the fourth quarter when he played the Mavs, which I think 2011.
Sure.
Faltered in the fourth quarter, right? Then you came back and said, but he changed that. It became effective in the fourth quarter. Then you go back and say Russ has been doing the same thing. He has not changed. And that's what people are pissed off about. Everyone game has to evolve.
You know why? Because
Not necessarily, because I mean, when you was getting Mr. Triple Double, like, do you want that to change?
there you go.
They wasn't asking him to change.
When he was
Now
getting
we looking
MVP,
at him like, oh, you need to change.
Yep.
When LeBron was with the Cavs all those years, he was doing good. Nobody needed him to change. But when he faced Dallas, he's like, oh, I might need to change my game.
Actually, it's
That was
not.
a different situation. That's
Yeah.
because he went to a team that wasn't his, and they had to figure that out.
And also, it
He
wasn't.
What does Westbrook do? He went to 3 teams that wasn't his.
Again, number one, LeBron did the thing that he didn't do all his career, which is shoot in the fourth quarter. He just stopped shooting. It wasn't that he's just all of a sudden I'm gonna keep doing what I'm doing, and wherever it falls, it falls. He wasn't shooting in the fourth quarter. He just quit. People didn't like that. Russell Westbrook is gonna give you 18 shots.
Yeah.
It's gonna be 33%.
They want him to stop shooting. That's what they want.
Yes.
Exactly. So when LeBron first came in the league, he was not a jump shooter. The Spurs iced him out in the first finals by doing the Giannis wall and making him shoot. And he was LeBricking, right? He learned how to shoot. Now he's a respected 3-point shooter. Why can't Russ do the same?
That's a good question. I'm not disputing that.
Okay.
I'm just because that is true. LeBron went a different trajectory. Westbrook is Westbrook. He's flat. Like, he's not getting any better at 3-point shooting, at jump shooting, at free throws. He's not getting worse at any of those stats either. What you see is what you get with Russ. So I just say we gave him MVP for doing the same thing that he's doing now. It just looks bad because he's in LA. It looks bad because he's airballing. An airball is still a miss. Whether it goes and hit all sides of the rim or airballs, it still counts as a miss. So we're looking at like how bad it is versus the actual statistical analysis, which is that he is still shooting about the same percentage as he was in OKC, Houston, Washington, and now LA. You got it? You figured it out?
Number 3 on the list?
Number 3 on the list.
I still don't get it because he need to change. He's gonna be like Monta Ellis off the league, bro. Monta Ellis ain't changed either. They used to love him in Golden State.
Monta Ellis never got MVP.
Thank you.
He was going.
Thank you.
They loved him in Golden State. And then he went on those other teams, the Spurs, Indiana, doing the same
That's
thing.
when Golden State wasn't going anywhere. A lot of teams got their fan favorite when they down bad. Don't
No, we
mean
loved
that
him. True, but he was still. The fans wanted him.
You know who else was a fan favorite in Golden State? Mo Buckets. Was Mo Buckets gonna get you an MVP or a championship? No.
Monta was the man in Golden State, man. Mo Buckets was the auxiliary player, bro. He knew his role. He was a spark plug off the bench. Monta was the engine.
Harrison Barnes.
He wasn't the main player.
Here we go. All right.
Monta was the main player on the scrub version of the Warriors, bro. Like,
this is true.
He would not be the main player. He would not be the main player today.
No.
Okay.
But what I'm saying is he didn't evolve his skill set, man. And now he's out the league.
Okay, but we saying Russ, that skill set that didn't evolve, got him some places.
Thank you.
Got him MVP, got him playoffs, got him
playoff what? First round playoffs, yes. A lot of first round.
Got him a conference final with KD and them.
With KD.
I mean, Russ was a big part of that. Come on,
yeah, but since KD left, my boy has not been out of the first round, man. And KD left. But KD left because Russ would not change his play style.
No, KD left because he wanted to win, and he wanted to do it by going to an established organization. He just wanted to change the scenery.
That does what? That passes.
Well, why is he still there?
Still where?
In the place that passes.
Oh, KD, but that's all.
Oh, okay, all right. He wanted to win. He wanted to win. He wanted to.
That's like Nadia. The mind of KD is like Nadia.
All right, man. Number three, man. Look, this one is actually hit near and dear to my heart, man. So I may be a little biased emotionally, man. Paul George, or as we used to call him, as we still call him, PG-13. This dude here was so disrespected because of the bubble performance. It took a whole 2 seasons, and even to this day, some people still are hating on Paul George. All Paul George did was only take him to the playoffs again after Kawhi Leonard didn't play for a whole other season. Not only that, but he averaged a game high in the playoffs of 41 points. He was cooking. I think he got to the second round. He's actually like still producing this year. He was in a dark place in the bubble. It was hard for him.
And he had a foot injury too, right?
The dude has foot injuries, shoulder injuries. Like the dude always has like these nagging things. But the way partially because of how he played. But at the end of the day, people don't talk about Paul George as being this guy. They keep talking about what happened by hitting the side of the backboard in the bubble that happened 2 years ago. That folks just can't let go. So those are my three. Like I said, maybe the third one you could probably I could flip that one out. Maybe someone asked someone else or whatever. AD, I heard, but I mean that's rightfully so. He's always injured.
So, he's always injured.
And so I think that's a very fair assessment. So yeah, I think mine is better than yours, Drake, King Drake, but
man, no, Westbrook, it doesn't make any sense, man. But okay, let's see what Reg got, man.
Right,
Reg got the best one.
I'm gonna go ahead with my list. Unlike LeBron, I hear what y'all saying with LeBron, but would y'all say that Michael Jordan was the most disrespected player of the '90s?
No, not at all.
I feel like that's the same conversation. It sounds like it because there's a lot. He upset a lot of people's teams. He ushered in kind of some people will deny it, but he kind of ushered in that super team era. And you hearing the noise of people like he wasn't on my team. That's what you really hearing. Like we all like when it's all said and done, he's gonna get the respect he deserves. He's the GOAT on and off the court. I won't say GOAT because people still make the argument with Jordan, whatever. But at least in this era, he's clearly head and shoulders above all. Steph Curry's kind of forcing that, changing that conversation to a degree, but we know what it is. Like LeBron, that it is what it is. So I don't know about most disrespected. I see where that angle comes from, but I feel like when you're the greatest, there's gonna be a lane just for you just saying something bad about the king.
Okay.
It's a check. That's an easy check, because the 10% of y'all that don't like him, or even if you want to say it's the 50, the majority of y'all who he's not on the team of, are gonna hate in some degree. If you can kind of chip at their armor, like everybody's gonna be like, yeah, you're gonna get a like from a certain majority of people. This stuff, if we're talking about people not deserving the disrespect too, when it comes to LeBron, he was whining to the refs a lot for a period. And this is from a guy who was a Miami Heat fan, hated it when he did it when he's on my team. All the crying in between play, that is warranted. If we gonna say, oh, this person not on the list for disrespect because it's not warranted, you gotta throw that into the equation. He really does cry to the ref.
Okay. Only thing is I would add to that is so did Jordan and so did a lot of superstars.
So did Shaq.
Yeah.
But he had to do that for the refs to see what was happening to him in the post.
Yeah. So if whining to the refs is a argument to stand on, that's every star.
Luka should be number one.
I was gonna say that's every star worth its weight.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I just want to throw it out there, but okay.
Yeah, I don't like it when none of them do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it is what it is. So he's not on my list.
Okay.
I'll say the people I have on my list, kind of consistent with it a little bit. I have Ben Simmons on the list.
Okay.
Who's even most disrespected?
Hey,
Philadelphia disrespected.
Warranted.
I'm gonna get to it.
Philadelphia.
I also have. This is a hard one for me. I'm gonna go with PG as well.
Okay.
And I'm also gonna go with Westbrook.
Okay.
I want to say Anthony Davis. Yeah, it's warranted. He got the injuries and whatnot. That's how much of that's his fault or not, but it is what it is. He's not on the court, available to play. I feel like that's not a lot. That we hear it, the Mr. Glass Monster about the injury, but I feel like some of that is kind of just, damn, I wish AD could play. Not necessarily disrespect, but kind of disappointing.
I agree with that.
So when we get to the Paul George, I'm not even gonna say too much more than that. I feel like you broke that down really well on why he's disrespected. Man's had a great career when he was in the East, and he had LeBron James. They had a couple of squads that gave us a run for the money. Paul George has been an exceptional player for a long time. And kind of the consistent thing that I'm going on in this list that I kind of put together, he had a bad season. He had some couple not so great seasons, with the run with OKC and whatnot. But really, he only had just that one standout bad season. And people like, oh, he just down bad. Let's throw him out with just throw him out. He trash. All this, that, and the third. And, when Kawhi went down, Terrence Mann, a lot of those people on that squad stepped up. But PG stepped up, and made it known, like, he's not just a sideshow there. It's not all about Kawhi. He has something big to contribute to this team and to this city. Yeah. So that's why I felt like he got disrespected. Adding on to that, I said also Westbrook. Like you said, season in, season out, this is what he do. Some people would always make, like you heard his critiques, but because he was getting MVP, he was doing triple doubles, people kind of put that critique to the side, but this is what he was doing. Volume shooting, not super efficient, head down, I'm gonna get this bucket. I'm gonna get mine. You know what I mean? The triple double. Not that he was fishing for a triple double, but that was just.
Wait, say what? He come
not
again?
That he was fishing. It's not like he was over here like, I only got 9 rebounds. I need to do this.
No, there's literally footage of him doing that, of telling Cantor, "Hey, bruh," or Adams, "Hey, bruh," they would not get the rebound. Steven Adams, big 20-foot tall behind, not get the rebound. Just to let Russ get it. That's footage. I'm gonna send you the clips. I'm gonna send you the receipts.
And the assist too.
Yeah,
he was just giving up wide open.
But you can't. The assist, you can't.
And what about Washington? He had a triple double there too. He averaged that.
Same thing, man. He was fishing for him. He's fishing for that.
Okay. Right.
He would give up. He's fishing for that.
Rebounding is a mindset, especially for a point guard. He was going out there and getting it. Just
his teammates help him.
You can send Enes Kanter away. There's 5 guys on the other team that can get that rebound.
Thank you.
Right?
No. Most NBA, the way it goes, you shoot the ball, they run it down the court.
I'm talking about.
There's only like 1 or 2 guys
on the opposing team. Is the opposing team helping them get rebounds too?
No, but the opposing team doesn't crash down and get the board. They rush it back to make sure they don't get beat. An opposing team might leave 1 or 2 people down there to try to get a rebound.
Centers get paid off their rebounds, and that's one of the few things that they can do consistently to contribute. Ain't no way you get money off your check.
1 or 2. That's it, bro.
Come on, stop.
The rest of the team, the other three cats running the other way.
We gotta put a disclaimer. This man's been throwing out slander at this point.
He is.
I'm just saying, there's literal footage of him out there fishing for these triple doubles.
Anyway, continuing the theme. We see one bad season, and now we all talking, it's a wrap. Get this man out of here. It's over.
Thank you.
You know what I'm saying? So that's why Russell Westbrook is on there as well. Now, Ben Simmons, granted, we talk about valid criticism kind of influencing this list. He had a very bad playoff run.
Yep.
It looked bad. The optics of him under the rim being like, oh no, Trae Young coming, let me pass the ball. The optics look disgusting. But, regular season, what he was doing, multiple All-Star, he had a skill set that was working for that team.
What was the skill set again?
Transition offense, finishing at the rim. It wasn't shooting. Getting rebounds and locking down on the defense.
Correct. Yeah.
These are things like it.
Yep. You remember he was actually he was in the running for Defensive Player of the Year with him and along with Joel Embiid. So
we got all these positives, and we looking at he ain't shoot, and he wasn't clutch that season. Throw him away.
Kinda.
Right. You got the disrespect. You got the media level of disrespect, the fan level of disrespect. Coach said, I don't know if we can win with him disrespect.
It's just an honest answer. It's an honest answer.
Let me ask you a question. Do you feel like Darvin has been giving honest answers about Russell Westbrook?
Nah. Darvin been lying his behind
He
off.
got a job to do.
Okay, fair.
And being honest to the media is not necessarily part of the job. So
Fair.
all I'm saying is there was multiple layers of disrespect and continue to disrespect. Like the stories are hilarious. The same way we hear hilarious stories about Kyrie Irving or KD. Maybe it's just the Brooklyn thing. This left the group chat story that just came out of nowhere. It's like on every level, people are just trying to find a way to just tarnish the man name. So I feel like, yes, some of it's warranted. It's very disappointing for him to not play the entire season. There's always seems to be a reason, and unlike AD, like we saw him go down. You see it in real time. Oh man, he's broken, Mr. Glass. You can make that little moniker, but at the end of the day, you saw the injury. It went from I got a mental to back hurt. I'ma play. Left the group chat. All of this happening, like it built up for a level of, I feel like, disrespect. And like Chris said, we've seen people leave the city. There's been some kind of animosity. If you want to throw LeBron being hated on, the GM of Cleveland Cavaliers, it was a little bit childish the first time he left. But the way Philly kind of like just done with him, I don't even want to hear your side of the story.
Yeah. But bro,
out of here. Let me just say it. Let me paint the picture. This is all over the span of a bad playoff run in the season.
Yep.
That's not it. You got to add in the post-game comments when they asked him about his play. And Ben's like, I am what I am. He's not even, when they ask, you going to try to improve? Is there anything you're going to try to do different? I am what I am. This dude won't even try to improve.
If we doing that, Westbrook is in there too.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
A lot of players get defensive on that podium.
So
but I would say the exception is when if we wanted to put the contrast as Giannis to get up there. What would you guys think I should do? Y'all should have did that.
Yeah.
Okay, I can see that. That is an exception, not the rule, in my opinion. We remember LeBron after hurting his game and getting up in his suit with the short
the suitcase. It was hilarious.
Clay, Steph, even Draymond said they should have played better.
I mean, yeah, you should play better. So what? But that's always the case if you're not winning.
Yeah.
But Ben Simmons ain't said that, bro.
That's fine.
That's not fine. When you're like one of the main reasons why we lose.
There's a difference though, right? With Ben Simmons, it was a target. Like if Draymond said, "Yeah, I played shitty that game," like he knows what he need to do. They're not. Ben Simmons, they were like, "You as a person, you can't shoot. You haven't shot. You ain't never tried to shoot." Like there was a pinpoint on him. You can see why somebody be defensive. I'm not trying to be super defensive of him, but I'm just saying it was over the span of a bad playoff run and a season where he was out. And we ready. This man was max contract, superstar. We ready to get him out of the league.
Yeah.
That's a level of disrespect. That's the theme for my list. Is just people who have been consistently what they were, and after just one bad season, we trying to get them up out of here. We don't even want to see them play.
And you got your best Johnny Cochran impersonation going on right now. It's like you're not trying to defend them.
I'm not trying to defend them. And you're getting paid to defend them.
I mean, we've had these Ben Simmons conversations, so we all know we want to see him come on the court and prove. I'm not absolving him from that. Now is the time. Suit up.
Yeah.
Hey. Westbrook, now is the time. Suit up. Paul George, you've been doing that. Continue it.
Yeah.
Suit up. That's it.
Yeah. So James Harden just lose weight. I don't tell you.
Hey, he's been in the gym, bro. I've seen some pictures.
No, if he lose weight, let me ask you a question. If he lose weight, do you feel like his defense is gonna be better?
No.
Nah.
He's still gonna be trash.
So what the weight thing got to do with it?
Endurance.
Cause Drape don't like fat people. That's the reason why.
Nah, man.
He don't like
Endurance,
overweight people.
Man.
He don't like overweight
Endurance.
people. He don't like
That has nothing to do.
Zion can't have no injuries. He was like, oh man, I broke my hand. Like that's what you get for lifting all those sports.
Many people have come out and said that Zion, his play style is hard in his legs, and his weight is hard in his legs. That's his. Listen, the professionals are saying that. If it wasn't true, why did New Orleans put a weight clause in his contract?
Oh Lord.
Oh man.
I'm just a messenger, baby.
Then they put like a learning clause in
Kyler Murray's contract.
Yeah. He would read.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, they put it in.
Sometimes media perception or just whatever it is. Sometimes stuff makes its way in the contract.
But I think there's a reason they put it in there, though, bro. It has to be a reason.
You gotta read 10 pages a night.
Hey, niggas want him to know the playbook. Niggas wanted the playbook, bro. They just want him to know the playbook.
Dude got a summer reading list like a freaking 10th grader. So yeah, no, man. Good. I like that list, man, especially because Ben Simmons, all of Philadelphia has disrespect. Look, anytime you make it to the news segment where they compare you to a trash can going down the street under a flood being washed away, they say he's leaving town. That is disrespectful. That has nothing to do with his game. That has everything to do with diminishing him as a valuable person. So yeah, man. I'm okay with that list. You know what I'm saying? So obviously Drake, you got the worst list. James Harden, whoever. It was just dumb. It was a dumb list, but hopefully you learn something.
Houston didn't even have a franchise like since between Hakeem, after Hakeem, there was nothing until Harden.
It sounds like you're the most disrespectful person on here because they actually had some good runs between.
They had
Harden.
Stevie franchise.
They had Corey Brewer.
Tino Mobley.
They had Kevin Martin. He was killing on that
Martin
team.
was with. No, they traded him. He was okay. I think he was with franchise, right?
Steve Francis. I don't think he was with Steve Franchise.
Francis, he wasn't with Francis.
And Steve Francis was on the team before, like, it was after Hakeem, but that was like early.
It was after Hakeem.
It was late 90s. But yeah, I mean they had some good runs. You just
they had some runs, but they didn't make it to the conference finals.
Okay, great. That's fine.
Since Hakeem.
That's fine.
Yeah.
That's great.
A lot of teams ain't gonna make it to the conference finals.
Thank you.
Hey, okay, but they made it to the conference finals because of Harden.
They made it to the conference finals because they had a good team. Period.
As you said, they had good teams before, and they did not make it to the conference finals.
And sometimes that's how it falls. Sometimes the team that you go against is not a good matchup for you.
Hey, but this time they had Harden. That's all I'm saying.
What are you?
That's all. Hey.
Okay.
If you take Harden off those teams.
Okay. Jokic.
If you take Harden off those teams, they made it to the conference finals.
Jokic was an NBA MVP this past year. He didn't make out the first round.
He was by himself.
He was by himself. So you was trying to say that James Harden needs to have a good team in order to make it to the conference finals.
All I'm saying, bro, is that franchise hasn't made it to the conference finals. Hakeem, James. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, there was it's circumstances, matchups.
Hakeem, James. That's
how many conference finals has James Harden made it to? Actually, if we want to say it's not even James Harden, it's Chris Paul, because Chris Paul made them go to the conference finals.
I think it was 2, right? Or was it 1? I think they made Golden State early in the playoffs the year before.
I can tell you, Dwight Howard didn't do it.
Nah, he should.
And there's been plenty of times James Harden has had a very early exit. So,
yeah. Hey, I still remember that. Who's my boy? The Argentinian from San Antonio.
Luis Scola.
You talking about
Scola?
From the bench.
Not Scola.
Bench.
San Antonio, the Spurs.
Oh, the bench.
The big three, man. It was Tim Duncan. It was
Manu Ginobili.
Ginobili when he blocked Harden. Well, old man Ginobili blocked him. Yeah.
Hey man, James Harden passed the ball to Dwight Howard at the 3-point line.
I'll never forget that. It was a highlight, bro. Dwight Howard was like, "What the f?" And I remember that game was a bad game for him. Wasn't that the game where he didn't get like no foul calls or something?
Yeah, I think so.
He was over here looking like, "How is that possible?"
Yeah,
that was a meltdown.
So James Harden is not the reason, but they had a good team. That's what I'm getting at. So yeah, man, I would rank. I'm biased, so I'll put myself first. But I mean, I could be tired with Reg.
No, you're definitely not first.
I could be tired.
Reg's the best.
I'll be tired. I'll be tired of Reg. Reg disqualified LeBron because he was number 1. I'm like, that's not good enough.
I like his argument for it.
I mean, they don't do that for Tom Brady. Tom Brady #1 every time.
He's not the most
He's the
disrespected.
GOAT. The GOAT. No one's hating
He's
on
not
the
the most.
GOAT.
He's not. No one hates on Tom.
I personally, I would tell you, like, it took a while for him because we also, his a little bit more nuanced. You had Deflategate, you had Spygate,
Exactly.
You always had these things. But through all of that, he just still kept winning. So it got to a point where, like, so by some way, shape, or form, water's wet, and Tom Brady's gonna get that ref call.
Exactly.
To the promised land.
So
it ain't hate, but after a while, it is what it is.
but
So he
but my
first
point,
year in Tampa Bay when he won the Super Bowl.
My
He just
point,
won the Super Bowl.
well, yeah, exactly. My point is that the dude never got. Oh, he won a Super Bowl. He was considered the GOAT before he left New England. He was considered the GOAT.
Yeah. Fact.
Like even when he won the championship, there was no one came in putting asterisk next to it, the tuck rule, the deflate gate, the spy gate.
No one hates
They were
Tom,
just like
no.
Tom Brady is Tom Brady. LeBron, you win a championship in the bubble. Oh, it's a bubble chip. Like everything has always been like, but
It's always
with LeBron.
Yeah.
So yeah, despite all the stuff the 8 straight championship or final runs or whatever like that, no one people what people say 3 and 6.
Yeah.
So that's why I say like it's not the same because I mean if you was that guy, that Tom Brady should get the same kind of flack, but he doesn't because he was already considered the GOAT, blah blah blah, whatever. Even though they already called Joe Montana the GOAT before.
Mm-hmm.
So, but I mean.
Some people got to get retired, bro. Joe Montana can't be the GOAT forever. Like, you've never seen Joe Montana play. They had to find something to do.
He was 5 for 5, dude. Never freaking lost.
Hey, but Russell ain't the GOAT no more. Like, it gotta be something new, bro. The man played. He was a player coach, and they won a championship. That man ain't the GOAT. You gotta watch you play. You can't be the GOAT. After a while, the history is not very.
Man, they're gonna do that to Jordan for this. They're gonna do that to Jordan one day.
Come on, the next whoever the next guy is, Jordan not gonna be in the conversation after a while. Okay.
Nah, Jordan still has a while. Jordan still got a while. Jordan still got a while.
The Jordan did this. Like them old heads, they just not. They're gonna run out of numbers.
Jordan still got a while, man. Look how long Montana was it until Tom Brady. Although Tom has been playing for like 40 years.
That's what I'm saying.
So
Jordan's time is coming soon. Like
I don't know, like it's coming.
Maybe
I ain't gonna say soon.
We'll see. It won't be until all of the sympathizers die off. But yeah,
I don't know, bro. I feel like the Jordan crime was the crack. the young kids. Are you talking about the crime being guy? Like that's what it is. You know what? That's why he did the sneaker deal. He knew he needed the longevity. Still wearing the retros.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
he extended the lights on it.
There you go. Hey, that's good marketing. So yeah, man. Now we'll go ahead and close this out, man. We're getting longer than 2. I'll let you go ahead and begin with the side off, Reg. What you got for us?
Oh man, thanks for rocking. This is a very fun episode. Shout out to everybody who has access to different things. Good people on both sides of the curtain. Thanks for rocking with us. Follow, like, subscribe. Get us on the socials and whatnot. And y'all just have a good week, man. I'm gonna keep it short.
Alright, hey, King Drake, man, what you got? You gonna tell us when you get
Yo, man, I thought you were my homie. I thought you were my ace.
I'm
trying to make peace with both of y'all, man. There's good people on both sides.
He just saying, man. Why we hate each other, man? We should love each other. I'm loving the Drake.
Everybody got access. He got access to something. You got access.
You got access to something I ain't never seen before.
Ain't no peace with me and Chris, man. It's like Jordan fans, LeBron fans, man. Ain't no peace.
But y'all on the same team, so it's like Westbrook and Pat Bev. Y'all make it work.
Wow.
Alright, man.
What's your
Here's
factor?
the quiz, man. Alright, so
what?
the quiz. Alright, so we talked about LeBron and his streak, right? We talked about NBA is all about winning. So which player has the most NBA Finals appearances? Actually, give me the top 5.
Top
Robert-
five players with NBA appearances.
Mm-hmm.
LeBron James,
Bill Russell.
Mm-hmm.
Bill Russell.
Bill Russell.
Robert Horry.
Mm-mm. Oh no, he's not. No.
Kareem.
Mm-mm. Oh, I'm sorry. You
Kareem.
said Hakeem or Kareem?
Kareem.
Yep. Yeah.
Who else? You said 5, and there's 2 more.
Mm-hmm.
Larry Bird.
Mm-mm.
He didn't go to the finals all that often.
Sure, you got 5 of them things, I think.
Kobe?
Can't be Magic.
Nah.
Magic?
Magic?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I thought he didn't even get to play that much.
Oh no, he played.
Johnson?
Yeah.
Magic got 5 chips.
Shaquille?
Kobe.
He got 5 wins.
Kobe has 5 chips. He's lost.
Well, I said Kobe. He already struck it down.
Oh,
Yeah,
Shaquille.
not Kobe.
Okay.
Nah,
Shaquille?
actually, you guys won't get the next one, man. Some dude named Sam Jones.
Oh, Sam Jones.
Don't even
Yeah,
have his picture.
Yeah, I heard of Sam Jones. I've never seen him play though. Obviously, he's older. Than
Yeah, I don't know how. Yeah,
Who got more
But,
Kobe
yeah.
and Shaq?
Chips or appearances?
Oh, because I feel like Shaq got more.
Shaq has 4.
Appearances?
how many appearances though?
Oh, he has 5 appearances. He has
Just 5?
he has 1 with Miami. He has 1 with Orlando, and he has 3 with the Lakers.
Oh,
so
wow.
they tied then.
And
Nah,
then
Kobe has more appearances.
Kobe has more appearances. I think he's 5 for 6. He lost once against the Celtics. Again, that's
So
when
he
Paul
got,
Pierce.
he got one more than Shaq.
He has 1 more championship than Shaq, and 2
One more
appearances.
appearances. Yeah.
Well, 1 more.
And as far as these, Russell has 12. Sam Jones came in at 11. James, LeBron at 10. Him and Kareem are tied with 10, and then Johnson with 9.
Yeah.
And Johnson and West, you could have said Jerry West too. They're tied with 9.
Lakers really was doing a thing then. Because I just
Yeah,
felt like
this is the
his career had got cut short, so that's why I kind of counted him out of the conversation. I didn't think
Well, he ain't going in the 90s, 91. So Jordan's first final was Magic's last final, and then the A's thing came after that. So he was on the tail end of his career, anyways.
Oh, okay, so he got to play for him. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he had a good career. So
Yeah, I always thought it got like cut drastically short.
Mm-hmm. He was 30. He was 34.
Okay.
I only know because I watched the Penny documentary where I didn't know Magic came back and played against Penny Hardaway.
oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. Yeah.
I know he came back for one
and Magic
season.
won. Magic won both games that season, and Magic recruited Shaq to LA. First one to talk to Shaq about coming to LA.
It was
It's kind of in the pot for a minute then.
yeah, it was a plant. It was a plant. Like, we're gonna beat y'all, then I'm gonna talk to you afterwards. I knew it.
Game plan.
So yeah, man.
That's a good factoid, man. Thanks for the factoid.
Yeah, man, I appreciate that. I didn't know about Sam Jones being number one.
Yes, that one shocked me too. I'm like, who?
I heard the name. I heard the
I'm about to look him up.
Yeah, I heard the name. I don't remember much about him though. So that's good for him. How many chips he get? That's the real question.
How many times? That's a good question.
Oh, okay.
Don't have that one. It's got the appearance.
Oh, okay.
Oh, he played with Boston. Okay, makes sense.
He was during the Bird era or before?
Nah, he was Boston from 57 to 69.
Oh, this is way before.
Yeah, that was the one-hand dribbler dude. What's his name?
Pistol Pete or Bob Cousy? Well, they're the same person.
Kuzi.
No, Pete Maravich is Pistol Pete.
I was confused by
Bob
the
Cousy.
statement. Why we call him the one-hand dribbler? You can't double dribble.
Not cool. No, because he would only dribble with one hand.
With right hand?
Bob Cousy.
He
Yeah.
had no crossover. He had no left at all.
They didn't use crossovers today.
Man.
I watched an interesting documentary about that, man. The rules were tighter back in the day. Like, your hand literally had to be on top of the ball, not on the side like we can do nowadays, carrying and all that stuff. It was real strict back then. Your hand literally had to be right on top. Or they'll call like traveling or carrying or something.
Yeah. He's a 10-time champion. So,
Sam Jones?
Yeah, he played between 59, or he played in between 57 and probably like 69 or so. 69, yeah. Then he became a coach. So he was out here winning championships with Bill Russell. That's how he got his 10
Yeah, okay.
championships.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Oh, okay. So, there you go.
Russell and Cousy.
Yeah. So, but that's good, man. Good to know, man. I had to learn some. I had to go and look him up. But
yeah,
that's
me
too.
too.
It's good to hear, man. So yeah, man. Let us know how you feel about the disrespected players. Whose list is better, mine or Reg? And also, you know what I'm saying about the whole.
We should put DeMar DeRozan on there. I think he cleaned his.
No one disrespected him.
I never felt like he got disrespected.
Thank you. No one got.
In Toronto, and maybe just because Toronto as a team was disrespectful. LeBron was in the East.
I probably would put Kyle Lowry before I put. I mean, he was disrespected. I feel like the way he got traded out.
Yeah.
DeMar DeRozan.
Yeah.
But in terms of just like respect overall, I don't feel like he disrespected.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
Kyle Lowry, you know, in his thickness, that's a little disrespectful.
They killing him now in Miami, bro. I see the jokes.
They got him on the Atkins diet or something. That's crazy.
They ain't got no float of him though for Mardi Gras.
That's true.
But yeah, guys, let us know how you guys feel about the Pat Bev, the Lakers situation with Russ, and also, man, let us know who you think is the most disrespected player in the NBA right now. So, again, we're here every Wednesday. So until next Wednesday, guys, we'll go ahead and let you guys go. So until then, guys, deuces.
All right, y'all.